This is Lewis Hart from Into Boxing. I'm delighted today to be joined over Zoom for the first time with Nathan Gorman. How you doing, man?
Yeah, good bro. Are you
Yeah, doing good, thanks. Doing good. Been up to much recently?
just training, mate?
Uh,
Groundhog Day, innit?
Yeah.
Same day, same thing. Wake up in the morning, do my runs, come back, eat, drink, go back to the gym, come back, go to bed.
I see
So
your brother recently had his debut. How did that go?
yeah, he boxed 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Doing really well considering. Obviously, last time he boxed, he was 17 years of age, so he only had 6 amateur fights. Very, very inexperienced amateur. Boxed a very tough Bulgarian on his debut. Knocked him down the second. And after that, went on to a points win, a shout out points win, but done everything really, really good. I was very pleased with his performance. I'm proud of him, to be fair.
How important is it for you? You were in his position at one point, just starting off as a pro, and how important is it for you to be as like a big brother to guide him through just starting off on his pro career?
Good because I think I can share the experience what I've gained and learned, from professional game. Obviously, he's just had his first professional fight now, so he's on that road, and he like I was. So any advice really helps, which he takes all advice on board, obviously, because you got to when you're in that position.
Yeah, obviously you come from a big fighting family. Like I said, you got your cousins, obviously Tyson Fury, and you got your brother as a boxer and yourself. How important is it? Like I said, it just runs through your family with the boxing, really.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, run through us all. It would go back. I can go back probably 200, 300 year of fighting. From my great great grandfather down to me great granddad, my uncles, my cousins, down into myself, and obviously Ricky, myself, Tyson, Yui. So it's everywhere, really, isn't it?
Did you and your brother have some good sparring sessions when you were younger?
Oh, but, that's what we used to do. That's what we used to do was spar each other on the back garden.
Yeah, going on to obviously your career. Coming up, you've got a British title fight against Fabio Wardley. Is there any update on a potential date for that? I did see November the 26th. Are you? Is there any
Yeah,
sort of potential for that?
November the 26th, the date they've said. Yeah, really good fight. I think you very rarely get good domestic dust ups nowadays, especially at the heavyweight division. You hardly see it for a British title, do you? Um, so really intriguing fight. I think I generally think it's one of them on paper where the fans look at it, I think they'll really buy into it. Um, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, mate. Everything's going accordingly to plan, and way ahead of schedule with training, etc. So just looking forward to the day. Just looking forward to it coming now.
100%. And like I said, from a fan's point of view, I mean, I love the fight and I think it's great. And even for a British title fight, you can't ask for much more. You was talking then about, you don't really get many domestic dust ups in the heavyweight division, but you look at the people coming through now, like you said, you got yourself, you got Fabio, you got Solomon Dakers, all these people that come through in the heavyweight division. It's only getting stronger and stronger domestically.
Best it's ever been. Not even worldwide. You just look domestically at the heavyweight scene. It's the best. I think it's the best era it's ever had. I'm glad to be a part of it. And I'm boxing for the British title in it, so really, really pleased.
How good is it for you to get a second bite at the British title? I know the first time. I know it's obviously a sensitive subject for you. You didn't give the best preparation for the first time against Daniel Dubois. How good is it, to get that second bite of the cherry and right the wrongs of the first fight with the British
Unbelievable.
title?
Unbelievable. That's why I've learned from my past mistakes. I know exactly what it takes and what I've got to do to be at that level. And I'm prepared. I'm going through hell and back in camp. And come the night on the 26th, I'm prepared to do whatever it takes to win that British belt, and I will. I'm so confident, in everything I'm doing. I'm going to win that British title belt. So, and I do think a confident man's very hard to beat. Not cocky. I'm just really confident in myself.
Absolutely. And if you don't mind me asking, what was the actually with the Dubois fight? You went through so much in that camp where, for you, arguably in your pro career, the biggest fight of your career. What was the reason for not pulling out of that fight? When you've easily
And,
could have, you easily could have.
yeah, my dad wanted me to pull me out after the before the weigh-in. He said, "I'm pulling it." So he said, "You're not right." He said, "I know what's happened, what's happening, and what's happened to you." So he said, "I'm pulling out." I said, "Dad," So I'm not being labelled my career as a shithouse. I'd rather go to battle and know what's going to happen than quit. You know what I mean? That's not going to happen. So I say I'm not letting all these people down what's bought tens of thousands of pounds worth of tickets. You know, the hard-earned money to come watch me, so they're going to watch me regardless. And that's what it was.
Yeah.
Looking back now, probably it was a stupid thing.
Yeah.
Because boxing is a selfish sport, and you got to look after yourself. But like I said, I was 22 years of age. I was green. I was numb to the experience when I saw it's all I've gained now. All this experience is all locked away in me. So I know exactly, like I said, what before, what it takes and where you have to be a British champion. And it's a big level.
Yeah. Have you learned now from that fight to obviously? I mean, you'll never probably go through preparation like that ever again. But say if the preparation isn't right for a fight, you don't feel 100%. Yeah.
If I hurt my finger, mate, it won't be happening. That's the truth. Yeah. So I'll never ever be in that situation again.
Yeah, yeah. How important is it now for you to keep active in terms of, you didn't fight for such a long time, and then for almost, I mean, was it sort of like, it was over a year, didn't fight for almost over a year now?
Yeah, 18 months, 16 months, 18 months.
Yeah. So for now, for you to keep active, keep getting out there, getting the fights. How important is that for you now?
Main thing is heavyweight is be active, and obviously I boxed in June. I was recently going to box in September, but obviously I'm boxing Wardley now for the British title. So get Wardley out of the way, then probably look at March then, something like that.
What was the reason for not? Because you were meant to be fighting on September the 17th. What was the reason for that not happening? Was it just that you were going to wait for Wardley?
Yeah, I was going to wait for Wardley. I thought to myself, I could box someone. Your boxers, mate, get a cut. You're out for 6-7 weeks, and you can't spar. And I thought it's too big of a fight to risk.
Yeah.
So I was being sensible about the matter. So, which, to be fair, my promoters and my team was all on the same page.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair enough. I thought it would have been nailed on that you would have been on the Ben Eubank undercard, but Fabio Wardley wasn't quite ready for them, was he? I think I did ask Calla that, and that's what he said.
Me and Wardley was meant to fight September the 8th, like beginning of September or something, but he was injured or something. I don't know what his injury was. I don't know what it was. But he's injured, but he's all better now. So good for me, really, because I'm going to get the best Wardley. So that's what I want.
Yeah, exactly that. Was it frustrating that sort of year where you weren't fighting?
Yeah, because you train and you think, well, it's like how can you put it? It's like you're digging for gold, but you never find your gold type of thing, is it? You know what I mean? You just keep digging and digging and digging, but you're going to get bored and sick of digging, aren't you? Until you find your gold, then you're happy. So that's what it was for me. I was just training for the sake of training, but on the other hand, I also had good experience with sparring, etc., and all that. So there's all positives out of it.
Absolutely. What do you make of Fabio Wardley as an opponent, and how do you think he matches up against you?
Good fighter, mate. Listen, you don't fight for British titles if you're a mug. You know what I mean? He's a really good fighter. I just think I'm better. Good movement, good KO ratio. He's knocked, I think, everyone out but one or two. He's having the best 6 rounds yet, has he? So it's going to show you obviously can punch. I know him as well because we sparred a bit, but sparring is irrelevant compared to fighting. Yeah. What I know of him, he's a nice lad as well. So I think I do generally think he has all the ingredients to be a good domestic heavyweight. Does stuff.
Absolutely, mate. I mean, for me, I can't wait for it. From a fan point of view, I really can't wait for the fight. Another domestic fight in the heavyweight division, not for a British title, but for a world title, would be Tyson Fury versus Derek Chisora. What do you make of that fight? And when you first heard of it,
good fight. Listen, whoever Chisora fights, what's going to happen. It's just what it says in his shorts, isn't it? War.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to be the case when he's in the opposite corner to a 20-stone, 6'9" monster. So. I think it'll be inside 5-6 rounds, Tyson.
Yeah, I was going to ask you for your prediction. So that's what you think, yeah?
Inside 5-6 rounds.
Yeah, but Chisora is a tough opponent though. So I think that's always the case.
Yeah.
It's hard to really. You really got to get someone like Chisora. You've got to really get him out there. Like he's going to be no tough cookie.
Definitely, he's a war horse, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. What do you obviously if Tyson Fury gets through Chisora, then there's obviously the Usyk fight there. What do you make of the like the top of the bill, like Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk? It is number one
Yeah,
versus number two.
I think he beats them all, mate. Truthfully, I think he stops Usyk. I think he stops Joshua.
That's that's completely fair enough. I don't think
I
many
just
people.
truthfully, you gotta look at the stats: 15 stone against 20 stone, 6'9" against 6'2". It's just not gonna happen, is it?
Yeah, I don't think many people would disagree with you either, mate. I don't think many
It's
people would
not gonna
disagree with
happen.
you. Like you said, but to have someone like, sorry, was you going to speak?
No, that's right, mate.
Oh, yeah. For someone like that to be so close to you and so around you, that can only be really positive for you. Like I said, he was at your last fight.
Exactly.
It can only be incredible, really.
It all rubs off on me. You know what I mean? Just he's heavyweight champion of the world. You know, probably my opinion going to go down as one of the all-time greats. Rightfully so as well. He should.
Does he give you much? Does he give you much tips and advice? Do you speak much on a boxing level?
Yeah, when I'm fighting and stuff, he rings me up and he texts me and stuff. Like I say, he comes to me fight. Listen, he's the most busiest man in the world.
Yeah,
I won't imagine he'd be coming to this fight because it's a week before his fight, so he'll be in
yeah,
camp for me.
yeah.
So, but I imagine we'll be speaking, touching ground over the phone or something like that. Yeah, he's a top man, is Tyson Fury. He
Yeah.
is.
But like I said, obviously from Fury's one, you've got your brother and you've got Huey. Do you ever talk much from a business point of view in boxing? Like I said, from what you've gone through, like we was talking earlier about the preparation before a fight and like getting ready. Would you ever, pass these words on a business point of view and just the experience that you've had in your career onto your brother and potentially like
Of
Huey
course,
and Tyson?
of course I would. Listen, if I can help anyone in any, not just my family, anyone in general, if I can help anyone out, I'll try my best to help them. Doesn't matter who you are to me. Advice is free for me, so why won't I just hand it out? You know what I mean? It's nothing. Takes 5 minutes of my day.
Yeah. And just to finish off, obviously, a good friend of Tyson would be Deontay Wilder. Did you watch his knockout of Helenius? And
I did.
what did you make
Yeah,
of it?
I did. But that's John Day Wilder. And if he hits you, you go and sleep. Apart from obviously Tyson, um, he just does what he does. And John Day Wilder bombs you out.
Yeah. And just to finish off, if you've got a message to the fans, I mean, if they wouldn't be watching this fight anyway between you and Fabio Wardley, they're crazy. But if you've got anything to lastly sell this fight, what are you trying to say?
I think tune in because this could go down as fight of the year candidate. I think it's a really, really intriguing fight. It's going to be a really good fight, proper domestic dust up. So tune in, don't miss it.
Nathan, honestly, mate, it's been really good to chat to you for the first time over Zoom. So honestly, mate, like I said, best of luck for November, and yeah, hopefully I'll be there to watch it.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you. Cheers, mate.